Hi guys, this is GadgetMan 404, and as this title says, or my little made up whatever icon, thumbnail, whatever you want to call it, mail time. This is a new feature on my channel. It won't be every week because I don't buy stuff every week, but I'll order things every 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll wait until they all come, and then I'll do uh, a review and I'll show you what I've ordered. So today, this is episode 1, more to follow, but as I say, uh, I don't order stuff every week, and with it coming from other countries, it can take a week or longer to arrive, so I can't do these every week because I might order something today and it might take 2 weeks or longer to actually arrive. So these I've been holding on to for a while, waiting to get a few things together. So let's see what we have. So move that out of the way. So that is what we have. So what is this? It comes in a nice foil bag. No instructions because they never come with instructions. But I've ordered, as it says, a mini OSD. Now when I actually get my FreeX up and running, I'm going to try and get this fitted to my actual flight control board. It does have a port for an OSD, but as this isn't the FreeX official version, I'm trying to fit a unbranded version, and obviously the pins are going to be different, and I just need to watch a few videos of the official OSD, so then I can show you guys exactly how it will work. Let me just try and move my camera up a little bit so I get a bit more light, and then I will come in again. So yeah, so there you go, because it was looking straight down and the light was not very good. So it's a mini OSD. You've got your pins on the side, you've got BLK, I know what that is, ground, 5 volt, RX, TX and ground, and then on this side you have power, you've got voltage, or voltage out, 12 volt on ground, or voltage in, 12 volt on ground. So you've got 2 sets of pins. So if you want the video in or video out, and then you've got just one row of pins here. All these cables aren't the same colour as the original, so it's going to be a case of plugging them in, plugging in my VTX. Now the kind of VTX I use, they don't have the black pins on the end, they're just wires. So what I'll have to do is, when I get it up and running, I will just shove, just to test, I'll put these wires into the end, and it might be that I have to put a black into a green or a white into a whatever, because they're not the same colour, or like this doesn't have any green cables at all, but there's green cables coming out of the mini OSD. So you have to figure out what that green one is, etc. And there's no instructions on how to wire this up, so it'll be a case of watching a few mini OSD videos and trying to convert that information to the FreeX and trying to get it to work that way. And I might even take it out of this plastic shell, but this will actually keep it easier to mount. I can just put some Velcro underneath and just stick it on top. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So the VTX is there, then I'm going to have obviously a camera rigged up to there, and then I'm going to have that rigged up to the OSD so I can see on my monitor voltage of my flight battery, how many satellites, etc, etc. Don't know what information you get with this because it doesn't tell you anything on Banggood. They don't really go into details, and there's no instruction manual at all, and I'm newbie to all this wiring lark, so this could be quite difficult or it could be quite easy. If you guys have had this mini OSD and you've wired it up, please drop me a comment and give me a heads up on what I need to do, because I have no real idea. I'm just sort of working my way through, but I've always wanted a mini OSD and this cost me like £7 or £8. Unfortunately, 3X have stopped making their quadcopters now, I believe, and so trying to get hold of original parts from China is impossible, because when you get the quad you get a credit card style thing with an ID number, and when you message them they ask for the ID number. I've had my drone for nearly 3 years now. I can't find the card, so I can't actually get in touch with them to find out, do you still sell the OSDs and can I get it shipped to England, etc, etc. You guys know where I can get an official 3X OSD from, then please drop me a line, drop me a comment, and I will look into that if this doesn't work, because the original is quite straightforward to do. This is a bit of work around, lots of different colour wires, etc, etc. So that's another job. Now I got a folding drone at Christmas, and I looked into getting some extra batteries, and unfortunately I wasn't getting anywhere with Maplins of getting the original batteries. So Banggood were selling 3 900 milliamp hour batteries, 1S 3.7 volts, for under £10 for 3. And GearBest sell 1 for £6.50 or £7 something. So I got the 3. It took a while for them to come, but they did come, and I've checked them in the drone and they all work absolutely fine. So it takes a long time to charge them up, because you use like a phone charger, like I think it's called a mini USB-C, and for some reason it just takes ages and ages to charge up, but it does charge up. The light's on when you charge, it goes out when it is fully charged. So that's that. And also I got a new camera. Now this is a 2 gram 600 TVL line FPV camera, and it is dinky. So again I will show you this setup. Very small. This was from AKKtech.com. You can follow them on Facebook, and this is the AKK K19C. It's an NTSC system, but it doesn't matter in England because I don't record in NTFC. This is just to see what I'm looking at, and as you can see this camera is absolutely minute and it weighs literally 2 grams. You can't change any settings on it. It doesn't have a remote. I'm just going to physically wire the white, just do the red to red from this transmitter here, get all the blacks together and do that. So do the 2 blacks, so that's that, and then the red to red, yellow to yellow. Don't need white because I believe white is audio, and I don't really need to use that one, so I'll probably leave that one out, and I will just wire those up. There's a little bit of paste behind the wires for the connections at the top, so that looks pretty straightforward. And then I've got, there's my FPV transmitter. I've got a JST that I can solder onto that, and then just wire those, solder those onto there. Or I don't solder my wires, I just twist them on and then put a bit of hot glue, and then I tape them up basically, so it's easier to, if anything happens, you just untwist the wires, and you can take the camera off without having to get a soldering iron out and wait for it to warm up and desolder and blah blah blah. This way it's a lot easy. So that is for the mail time. This time, when I order some other things, I will do another video on that. This is a Eachine a TX526. It goes up to 600 milliwatt. It does have the a little screen on the back, so it tells you what channel, what band, and what power. If it's 1 mark, it's like the 50. If it's 2 marks, it'll be the 200, and if it's 3 marks, it's the 600, and then it'll either be A, B, F, and all that sort of stuff. So, little video on up and coming projects. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's something different. I've never done a mail time before, but it's something I'll be doing more of. Please continue to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you like this video. More content to follow, but as you know, my 3X is out of commission at the moment. I'm trying to just put it onto a wooden frame, testing the GPS, make sure that it's all working. I've rewired a new motor and it is arming, etc. The GPS module came on, but then not long after, the light went out. So I need a little stalk to put the GPS away from all the electronics, because I think that can interfere with the rest of the flight control board. And that's it really, guys. So continue to subscribe, spread the word. If you think you want to share my videos, please share my videos on all the social media platforms, mentioning no names. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc, etc. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Gadgetman 404 out.
Thanks for watching Gadgetman's 404's channel.